So it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm practically falling over myself here in the dark, and there's actually a lady that's just walked past me. It's 1:30 in the morning. I've just come from the park. I've walked down the back way, which should be completely empty and quiet with no one or nothing. Now just walked because I walked down the back way. It should even be. I should actually be worried that there would be nothing or no one around. But of course, I now know I'm in a matrix, so I can safely walk at the back of the park late of a night. In fact, you assume that even the matrix won't be able to get you with too much. But of course, it won't be much, but you will not be on your own, where you should be if it was the real world. A woman actually just walked past me, but she won't come out in an orange jacket, walk past me. It won't come out on the mobile because it's too dark. See how it's dark? But I could see from the minute I left my house and just come up down that dark back way past the park where there's lights. Obviously, there's lights there, but it's the back side of the park where I've filmed many a time. And I could see lights flashing from the minute I hit the park. See, this is a matrix, because although those lights looked as though they were closer, like I thought there was a car waiting for me, like is normal almost for me down the back way, even late of a night. It's normal to see cars there with their lights on, and then they pull out. But I don't know whether you can see this, but there's something up ahead here. This is the lights that I could actually see from all the way. Like, that's a block away, because that park actually takes up a block, you could say. That park is so big, that Pioneer Park, that it's the end of my seat. Now it is. Just catch my breath here. I wasn't even going to film. I was going to wait till I got down to the coffee place, or not at all, depending on. But even on a quiet night, like this is 1:30 in the morning here, it is Tuesday night. It's been a week since I had any contact with anyone. And, I don't know the situation there, but I had contact with the Englishman on Tuesday. That's a week ago now. And of course, the Matrix is causing a lot of problems in London for this particular person. Yes, the Matrix is trying to bring that one down in any way it can, and I'm not sure what we can do about it, but if I can help in any way, please contact me. And oh, there's a putty cat there. There's a putty cat there on that seat. What a pity that it won't come out. So the Matrix is not going to defeat me here just for a second. There's a putty. Oh, what a pity he won't come out. He's a nice putty. I have seen him before. He's very, very friendly. In fact, he would come out if it wasn't dark, but I can't get him in because there's not enough light. But he's just sitting on the little lounge out the front there at 1:30. Actually, it must be a little bit warmer, because normally you wouldn't see him if it was real cold outside. But of course, you never know. But yes, the Matrix is causing the Matrix authorities. Oh, I see. They're automatically. See, this stuff that's going on just in front of me is diverting me from concentrating on last Tuesday, and I just look like a fool. But essentially, look, this is all dark here, and I've walked down the back way to avoid problems. But the Matrix ones, and I can't even see where I'm walking here, and yet I've got these flashing lights in front of me. What is it? It's not much, I don't think. But look, I could see it from actually a block away at that park. and I can't see where I'm walking. See, they're trying to they're trying to defeat all of us that is left. I can see that in big and little ways. Now, what is going on up here? See, they're waiting for me up here down the back way. Now, this is just, now, let's just, it's not even funny. It really isn't. But I've mentioned they won't be able to make too much noise because it's 1:30 of the night, as you can see. Is there a moon? But they will have these, they will have these legitimate roadworks going on. Now, if I film the amount of roadworks, even of a night time that go on, see, it depends on whether I'm walking out in the night or the day. But look, just hold on, I've just got to go through it. I know they won't do me any harm, but it is intimidating and you get sick of it. See, look. Something about a footpath, they're warning them that I'm coming, evidently, because this is a major, you cannot walk at 1:30 of the night if you're a human being. No, that's, it's really illegal, but they can't tell you that, you see, so instead they just have to show it. Now, see, this means that I am stumped from getting down the back way to my coffee, and as usual, have to go a long way round or some controversy or I'm starting to lose it here. I'll have to go and ask this person what to do. Okay. Can I get round here? I was just going up here past the fire station. Can I get round or not?
Yeah, of course. Just
oh, okay, I can
the
just go over
yeah,
there.
I'll just
okay.
let them know you're coming through.
Oh. Well, at least I'm not going to trip over here because there's plenty of light. What is this? What is this? That's the most unusual truck all lit up. Okay, that's it. I'm not filming anymore, but that looks like legitimate road work. The amount of road work that goes on around Leichhardt day and night is not possible. It's not realistic, as you can see. 1:30 in the morning, and this happens to me all the time. It's been happening for the last 4 years. Oh, I know it doesn't matter. Oh, there's someone still up here too. Oh, this is 1:30 in the morning. This is down the back way of Norton Street to get down to get the coffee. It should be completely without people, but it's over the last 4 years there's always people. That's a good night where you just have the traffic. No cars tonight, but we have got people. What's he standing there for? Not sure what he's standing there for. Just standing there. You know, legitimate work. Legitimate work. Disguising a secret matrix patrol system. Not a secret to me. They know it's not a secret to me. But if someone else come along and see, it's actually cold and cool, and yet I'm out of breath because they consumed all that energy from me because I had to walk through them, even though I should be well used to it by now. But I actually thought they'd probably make me go around another street. But basically, from the minute I left my house, the minute I come to the top of the park, which is just at the bottom of my little dead-end street, I could see those bright lights from there, and that was the idea, so that I was apprehensive before I even come here. It doesn't seem like much, but that's the name of the game. And strangely enough, as you can see, that's their only thing there for this 2 blocks from my house. 2 little blocks from my house. That's the only thing that they've got going tonight is all that. Because as you can see, that was the thing tonight, because usually I would get cars along here. But strangely enough, even at 1:30 in the morning, I'd get cars, but there's no cars. So they put that there as a diversion instead, with all the bright lights and, and of course they're the Orange Brigade, as you could see, which, I have to stop here. This is ridiculous. And, it's the, they know you're stressed at a mental level too. I mentioned, see, I can't even walk properly. See, most of this footpath is uneven, and they have darker spots, and they either have too much light or it's where it's really dark. Most of the time there's too much light. But if they want to trip you over, and they know that you're disorientated, and because of the matrix, we're disorientated. I know physically I am, so I'm not in full possession, even walking. I can walk, but you're out of balance, shall we say, because of the mental and physical attacks. It puts you out of balance even when you're walking, and I've noticed that. Oh, look what they've got on the thing left there. Look at that. See, that's a missing cat. They know that I would normally look at those things and get worried, and perhaps think that if I see a black and white cat, yeah, well, that could be, I don't know, there could be some psychological stuff there too with that. I don't know. But that's the fire station there. It's the fire station there. Even though it used to operate, of course, fire stations used to always work, as you know. Look at this, it's completely desolate up here. This is unusual. I haven't got a car in sight. They've just put that thing down there. What's going on? That's funny. This is the first time I've crossed it. I didn't even have to look at the lights or anything. I've just walked across. How long are they going to leave me alone for without a car? Obviously they had that roadblock down there waiting at the end of the park. But, oh no, they have got something coming after all. Oh yeah, they've got the usual. What have they got? What have they got coming? Garbage truck, or tank, as I see them now, and have seen them for the last 4.5 years, 4 years and 10 months nearly now. Soon 10 months at the end of this month. Those garbage trucks. See how it stopped down there? Can you see those 4 lights? See how it stopped? The minute I turned around to look, it stopped with the 4 red lights. No reason for it to stop there. That's the middle of the road. It's in conjunction with the roadblock that is just in front there. It's all planned. It's all part of this artificially controlled matrix. Controlled by technology. It's controlled by technological, what appear to be people. If one was realistic, you'd say, that they're ancient technological beings that are largely controlling what's around me now. Now, they might get others involved. I don't know the exact situation. How real it even is. It's a mind game anyway. But everything that you see going on. Now, where could that car have come from? There's a roadblock down there. See that car coming up? You saw the roadblock. The only way you could get past that, they had the whole road dug up, as you could see, with all those, with the lights and the vehicles. How could this car be coming up with the lights there? it couldn't get through past them because you could only get past, as you saw me. I had to ask, and I could get past on foot, just on the little bit of footpath. But there was no cars being let through. That's why it's all quiet. But look at this car coming up with headlights here in front. That means that it must have pulled out either from just along the road waiting because it couldn't get through. But there shouldn't really be any cars because that would be unusual. And they're going out at 1:30, heading up towards probably 2 o'clock now in the morning. Just trying to show some unreality to this false reality. I'm showing you, trying to show, but it probably won't make sense. It makes sense to those that know. Yes, because I've had that acknowledgement recently, but it doesn't make sense if you're in the dark or if you, or whatever the others really are, what they really consist of. I haven't got the energy or the concentration to even talk about it. I wasn't going to film that, but I'm going to fold it up here and just try to get down to the coffee. It's just another little block down to the Italian Forum there. See, they've got a sign. Oh, jeez. Oh. But see, they've got this, everything is planned. They know where you're going to tread. They know the holes in the ground that they put. They know if it's an uneven indentation. They know you're stressed and you're off balance when you're walking. See, if I wasn't in a matrix, even if it was a normal world and I wasn't walking as well, that's what they really are telling me all the time with these signs. Prepare to stop. They want you to stop. They don't want you to do anything. That's like a warning in a way. Red allegiance there on the back of all the cars. That's the moon over there, but it won't come out. It's not a full moon. It's about 3/4. See, they've got all the orange up here, see? Before you even get there, a block before you even get to that, warning you, like making their presence felt everywhere. I'm going to fold up because I'm not safe even walking around, and I don't feel safe and secure. And I'm worried out of my mind, knowing that my kind is not safe either, and that we're in a bit of trouble. Not just here, but in England. Everywhere you go, they leave these things around. They were leaving these, like all along the streets, even 2 years ago, those, what they call them, witches' hats. And that's rather appropriate because this is a black magic world, controlled by black magic, because the technology is their version of a human. They see human beings as having unknown power or unknown ability in the matrix because the frequency and their thinking is all used by the matrix or in the world or in the earth even, if you want to say it that way. But they're unaware of it. Most of us are unaware of it. And even when you're like me and aware of it, you haven't got control of it because they're controlling you and you don't know your full potential anyway. You see little things and you can see that it's so, but you don't realise you're not able to operate this reality regardless of the reality that the human thinking creates reality, and that your vibration and frequency, your feelings and mood affects the reality and either gives more power or less power according to how high you are as a human being. In other words, if your frequency is high, in other words, if you are in a good frame of mind, content, happy or whatever, depending on and connection to other human beings, all these things, they affect the reality or the earth or the matrix. But those that control it have their they have their technology, and their technology is what some would term, yes, black magic, because it is trying to do what the spiritual human beings do through technology. They copy everything, but theirs is a dark black magic, and it is here only to control and suppress and limit the spiritual human beings in this reality. That's the game. That's so when you say black magic, that's their spiritual version copying a human being, showing that this is their reality, that they have full control and dominion over it, and that the human being is only there to serve them and hopefully to worship them if they can get you to do it. But, why would you do that? Like, you wouldn't do it. And obviously with some of us, they don't even give you a choice. Like in my case, they just come down on you, as if to say, we don't want your worship even. That's a flash car over there, I must say. They don't even want your worship. They just want to use you and control you so that they are keeping the reality they want, or even making the reality even more like they want it. Because they know that you wouldn't go along consciously with their idea of progress, shall we say, because their idea of progress is them making this into a total technological reality, openly. That means more control, more computer, completely subservient to to a supercomputer, which is probably the God entity. If you want to look at it that way, that's how they would see it. I don't understand these things. Things just come to me, and and then you see stuff, you get information, and then things come to you, and you just and I say it because I know that the technology is beyond my comprehension, because I'm a limited human being. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be able to understand a lot more. We probably should, but at the same time, I don't even know that. Human beings may not need to understand technology. That's an opposing force to a human being's spiritual abilities, really. But they mimic that through technology. They copy that through technology in order to create this false world, in order to deceive and control any real people that are left that may not be fully aware of this situation. It's easy to be aware when they come down and expose themselves openly to you like they have to me. Otherwise, I would still be not sure what was going on. And provided I was surviving and not doing too bad at a physical level, I probably wouldn't worry about it or look into it. Although I have to admit that this is probably why they have cracked down on some of us, because, as you know, at the present time with epidemics, pseudo-epidemics, I say pseudo because that means not real epidemics invading the world. They're real, but they're not real to where they are something that you should be concerned about, because they're out of your control, They're being used to give the Matrix, God, and its minions, its disciples, more power, really. That's open power. That's what I would say. So it doesn't matter, but even those things are Matrix. They would be of Matrix origin anyway. They'd have to be, because a Matrix is a total control system. I can see two people lurking right in the distance, but that's my naked eye. In other words, that means when I get down to Parramatta Road, which is just down here, I better fold up. This video's gone far too long.